June 2023 is filled with incredible new games that are yours to enjoy. Get ready to discover the complete list of PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games of the month of June, including their file sizes and other relevant information. The balance of the Holy Kingdom is compromised when powerful feral creatures invade from the other side of the veil, threatening to consume the living. Wraiths corrupt their victims and can even possess their bodies, turning into unstoppable monsters that prey upon the common folk. The hybrid warriors born of the union of two souls are the only ones who can protect humankind. Explore a dark world brimming with hidden mysteries, master a diverse combat system, and inhabit the dual forces of two sisters in a coming-of-age dark fantasy story with fast-paced action and spectacular boss fights. Redout 2 is a tribute to classic arcade racing games and the sequel to the critically acclaimed Redout. Reach impossible speeds and exhilarating futuristic races across an extensive single-player campaign and competitive multiplayer. Deep control systems, robust hovership customization, and a killer soundtrack make Redout 2 the premier anti-gravity racer. Rogue Legacy 2 is a genealogical roguelite. That means it has all the trappings of a typical roguelite, but with persistent upgrades and persistent dead hairs. In this game, your legacy defines you. Spend your parents' inheritance and grow the family manor to give your children a better fighting chance. Each child is unique, with their own traits and abilities. Welcome to Yara, a tropical paradise frozen in time. As the dictator of Yara is intent on restoring his nation to its former glory by any means necessary, his oppressive rule has ignited a revolution. Explore jungles and cities on foot, horseback, or in a wide variety of vehicles including boats and jet skis as you fight against Castillo's regime in the most expansive Far Cry to date. Enter the adrenaline-filled world of a modern-day guerrilla revolution. With stunning vistas, visceral gunplay, and a huge variety of gameplay experiences, there's never been a better time to join the fight. Paw Patrol Mighty Pups is an adventure platformer in which players engage in rescue missions with the characters from the TV show Paw Patrol. Players traverse platforms, collect dog treats, and avoid various obstacles. A Hat in Time is a 3D platformer featuring a little girl who stitches hats for wicked powers. You play as a tiny space-traveling girl with a big top hat. Her adventure is halted when all her fuel is lost and scattered across a nearby planet. Hat Kid must now fight and stitch new hats to make her way into every nook and cranny of this new world in order to restore her fuel and resume her journey. In Killing Floor 2, players descend into continental Europe after it has been overrun by horrific, murderous clones called Zeds that were created by the corporation Horzine. The Zed outbreak caused by Horzine Biotech's failed experiments has quickly spread with unstoppable momentum, paralyzing the European Union. Coteries of New York is a narrative experience set in the rich universe of Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. It presents the struggle for power between two vampiric factions. Choose one of 3 predefined characters. Each playable character offers a selection of powers, different ethical approaches to certain issues, and unique dialogue lines. Step into the silent shoes of Garrett, a dark and lonely thief with an unrivaled set of skills. The most challenging heists, the most inaccessible loots, the best-kept secrets, nothing is out of your reach. Explore the sick and troubled city, from its shady back alleys to the heights of its rooftops. Sneak into rich houses, infiltrate the best-guarded mansions, and lurk in every dark corner. Inscryption is an inky black card-based odyssey that blends the deck-building roguelike, escape room-style puzzles, and psychological horror into a blood-laced smoothie. Acquire a deck of woodland creature cards by draft, surgery, and self-mutilation. Unlock the secrets lurking behind the walls of Leshy's cabin. Mankind Divided takes place in 2029, a couple of years after the events of the Human Revolution and the infamous augmentation incident in Panchaea that resulted in the deaths of millions at the hands of those who had installed augmentations. This event has caused a massive divide between those who have augmentations and those who don't. In a world where dodgeball is life, you join Otto at the Academy and train to become the ultimate dodgeball champion. Across 8 episodes, you'll forge friendships and create rivals, all in the name of developing the best dodgeball team. Several years after Jax defeated the hybrid, a new threat arrives from the sky, unleashing the dangerous powers of Dark Elex and endangering all life on the planet. In order to defend the peace on the planet and the safety of his own family, Jax has to go on a mission to convince the factions to unite against the invaders. Dive into a huge, handcrafted, completely unique world with multiple factions and diverse environments set in a post-apocalyptic science fantasy universe. Have a fun-filled adventure by becoming Peppa Pig's new friend. Create and dress your character, ring Peppa's doorbell, and begin a story that's all up to you. Peppa suggests activities everywhere you go. Help Daddy Pig find his glasses, follow the animal tracks in the forest, splash in muddy puddles, and much more. Carto is a charming adventure game wrapped around the unique, world-altering puzzle mechanic. Use this power to explore mysterious lands, help a quirky cast of characters, and guide Carto on her journey back to her family. Wield an ever-growing herd of quirky creatures to rebuild broken paths, battle perilous beasts, and solve peculiar puzzles in a rich, interconnected world. Join 2 young runaways as they unravel the mysteries of a lost realm in this nostalgic storybook fantasy. Race your way to victory on bikes, ATVs, and UTVs in this amazing game. Featuring massive new open environments plus a career mode that lets you experience all the risks and rewards of becoming a world-famous professional rider. Shredder's Revenge features groundbreaking gameplay rooted in timeless classic brawling mechanics. Bash your way through gorgeous pixel art environments and slay tons of hellacious enemies with your favorite turtle, each with his own skills and moves, making each run unique. Explore the rich mountain worlds at your own pace or face the ticking clock. Each mountain features several trails. Ride along quiet mountain lakes, majestic forests, and steep canyons. A custom physics system lets you carefully drop from boulder to boulder, sprint over abysses, or slide through muddy grounds. Tacoma is a narrative adventure set aboard a high-tech space station in the year 2088. As you go about your mission, you'll explore every detail of how the station's crew lived and worked, finding the clues that add up to a gripping story of trust, fear, and resolve in the face of disaster. Forager is a 2D open-world game inspired by your favorite exploration, farming, and crafting games. Start small and improve your base, skills, equipment, and network of friends and enemies. Build your future as you see fit. In the Talos principle, players assume the role of a sentient artificial intelligence placed within a simulation of humanity's greatest ruins and linked together through an arcane cathedral. Players are tasked with solving a series of increasingly complex puzzles woven into a metaphysical parable about intelligence and meaning in an inevitably doomed world. Suit up as superdogs Krypto and Ace and get ready to soar through the skies and protect the streets of Metropolis in this pet rescue adventure inspired by the movie. When Superman and Batman's favorite caped canines uncover Lex Luthor's plot to pet Nat Metropolis strays, these 4-legged fighters aren't just going to roll over. Rescue animals along the way before they're locked up in LexCorp Zoo, and prepare for the ultimate battle with Lex and his high-tech war suit. Here are the remaining upcoming premium games. We hope you found this information useful. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more gaming news and updates. Thank you for watching.